One night, no explosions, no screams, no warnings, just a quiet room filled with men who understood one terrifying truth. By sunrise, the world would never be the same again. This is not just a story about war. This is a story about fear, power, and a single decision that humanity may never escape from. By 1945, the world was bleeding. Cities across Europe were piles of ash. Entire generations had vanished. Children grew up knowing only sirens and shadows. In Asia, the war burned just as fiercely. Hunger, bombings, desperation. Every nation wanted the same thing, an end. But ending a war is easy to say and horrifying to decide, because every ending has a cost. While the world fought in daylight, something unimaginable was being built in secret. Hidden deep in laboratories far from the battlefield, scientists worked on a weapon so powerful that even they feared it. They called it progress. They called it necessity. But late at night, many of them asked the same question. What if we succeed? The Manhattan Project was not just science. It was a gamble with the future of humanity. History often talks about nations, but history is shaped by people. Tired men, stressed men, men carrying the weight of millions of lives. President Truman had been in office only months. The war was reaching its climax. Every advisor gave a different answer. Use the weapon, don't use it, demonstrate it, delay it. No option was clean, no choice was innocent. Because once the weapon was used, there would be no return. Meetings stretched past midnight, maps were studied again and again, targets discussed, consequences debated. Some believed the bomb would save lives. Others believed it would curse the future. Outside those walls, millions slept peacefully, unaware that their world hung in balance. History was not made with a shout. It was made with quiet agreement. Days later, the sky was clear. No one in the city below knew what was coming. Children went to school, shops opened, life continued. Then a flash brighter than the sun, a sound that swallowed everything, and silence. An entire city erased in seconds. This was not just destruction, it was a message. The numbers came first, then the photographs, then the stories. People searching for families that no longer existed. Shadows burned into walls. Survivors haunted by a sickness no one understood. This was war. But unlike any war before it, the weapon did not stop when the explosion ended. It stayed in the air, in the soil, in the bodies. The world was told a simple story. The bomb ended the war. But history is rarely simple. Documents later revealed fear of rival nations, power politics, a desire to prove dominance. The bomb was not only about peace, it was about control, and with that decision, a new era began. Suddenly, the world lived under a shadow. Nations built weapons not to use them, but to threaten. Fear became policy. Silence became strategy. Children practiced drills. Leaders spoke carefully. One mistake could mean extinction. The night of that decision never truly ended. Every nuclear warning today, every missile test, every global crisis traces its roots back to that one night. The world learned a terrible lesson, that destruction could be instant and unstoppable. And once learned, it could never be unlearned. Was it necessary? Would the war have ended anyway? Could another path have existed? History gives no clear answer, only consequences. And the greatest consequence of all, humanity learned how to destroy itself. That night did not end with an explosion. It continues in every warning, every treaty, every fear of tomorrow. History is not just the past. It is a reminder of how close humanity came to crossing a line it may never step back from. If you were in that room with that power, would you have made the same decision?